Hello students, welcome to computer class. Here we will see the fourth chapter, second part, that is formula and function. First we'll revise whatever we have studied in the earlier video and then we will learn new things. Okay, now first we will see what is formula, what is function, and how to build it, how to do it. Introduction to formula. A formula is a sequence of values, cell references, names of functions and or operators, that is plus, minus, multiplication and division, that produces a new value from existing values. In Excel, formulas begin with an equal to sign, such as equal to plus 2 plus 2. Every cell in a worksheet has a unique address, also called as cell reference. While entering formulas, use cell references instead of actual data whenever possible. A group of cells in a worksheet is called a cell range. Cell rangers are defined whenever it is starting range, which is on the left hand side, that is the anchor point, upper left corner, and the right corner at the end, that is the end point. The range reference includes both the anchor points separated by a colon. Then we will see some operators. There are four types of operators: arithmetic, comparison, reference, and logical. Arithmetic operators contains plus, minus, multiplication, division, percent, and the exponential sign. Whereas comparison operators contains equal to sign, greater than sign, less than sign, greater than equal to, less than equal to, and not equal to. Whereas reference operators, here colon, space and commas. Whenever we want to give the range of cells, that time sometimes colon is used, sometimes space is used, and sometimes commas are used. Okay, in the course of studying, we will come to know all this better. Then the logical operators, not, and or. Whenever you want to do the logical comparison or logical calculations you want to do, you have to use not, and or operators. Now whenever you are giving operators, how it will perform, how it will get solved, the sum, in it is having certain order, that is order of calculation. So all the calculations are getting done from left towards right. Okay, and in that also exponent percent sign will come first, then the exponential sign, then the multiplication or division, whichever comes first from left to right, addition and subtraction, again this whichever comes first from left to right, and the comparison operators after that. Now after that, errors in formulas. Suppose whenever we are writing formulas, we may make some errors in that. So if you know the errors, you can rectify the errors very fast. So the first error here, it is shown, that is hash sign. When we are getting hash sign, whenever the space given for the answer for the cell value is not sufficient. So in this case, we have to simply increase the column width. This error will get removed. Then any number is, if it is getting divided by 0, you will get the second error, that is hash divide slash 0 exclamation mark. Don't divide any number by 0. Check the number with which you are dividing the another number. Then name, hash name, question mark. This formula contains a function name or a cell reference that Excel does not recognize. Here in the function box, in the address bar, if you will see, it is given AG plus A2 plus A3. AG doesn't have any meaning here in Excel. Either it should be A1, A2, A10, any value, means any cell reference. So AG, this references itself wrong. So this, if you will do correction for this, you will this error will get removed. Then next error is that hash ref, that is reference error. Something is missing here. That suppose you have given the cell range, that is addition of A1 plus A2 plus A3, and afterwards you deleted either A1 or A2 or A3, it will not find out that reference. That's why it is reference error it is showing. Then hash value colon. The formulas refers to a cell that Excel cannot use in the calculation. Means here, suppose you have given A1 plus A2 plus A3, and the value of A1 is 10, value of A2 is 20, and the value of A3 is Monday. which is a text matter which you cannot add with numbers. So this error comes. If you will change the value of A3, that is instead of Monday, if you will put any number, you will get the addition result properly. Now, whenever you want to create a formula, how to create a formula, that also we have learned. Quickly we will revise it. Wherever you want to put the formula, first select that cell. In that cell, give the equal to sign and then go on selecting the cell ranges. Here, suppose we want to add 70 plus 55 plus 60 plus 65 plus 80. Means C4, D4, E4, F4 and G4. For that matter, we have to take our cursor on C4, click mouse left button once, though so in the total column where the cell is selected, C4, this cell address will come, then give the plus sign, then select D4, D4 address will come, like that up to G4 it will, you have to do, and just simply press enter key, you will get the total for that first student. And whenever you want to copy this total for all other students, all other records, simply drag it with the help of autofill, it will get calculated for every student. Okay. Now after that we have seen functions in Excel. What is function? Function is nothing but the inbuilt formulas which are there stored in the computer's memory in the Excel. There are many functions: average, count, maximum function, minimum function, sum f. Okay. Structure of function is explained here. First you have to give equal to sign, then the actual function name. Here it is sum. Then the opening parenthesis and the argument after that. Means the actual cell range you have to specify, and then the close parenthesis. So if you will click after giving the function, if you will click press enter key, you will get the result of this. Now we have seen how to use the average function. For that, again, wherever you want to display the result of average function, select the cell, then give equal to sign and type the function. And after that, see in the blue color H5 colon H14, it is specified. Means here this cell range we have specified, for which cell range it is going to calculate the average, and simply complete the bracket and press enter key. You'll get the value of that average. Now next we have seen the how to find the highest marks. For that, if any function you want to insert, you have to click on function or formulas if you want to take in the Excel sheet. In that case, go to functions tab and insert function option is there. Click on insert function option. Insert function dialog box will get open. From that you select the function whichever you want, and then you have to specify the cell range from which range you want to calculate the maximum value, minimum value or sum, whatever it is. Here we have seen the lowest marks. How same like maximum, calculating maximum marks, we can calculate the lowest marks with min function, that is minimum function. Now here are some more functions we are going to see, that is PMT function, to calculate the loan or a loan amount, how much loan installment I can pay. For this you can use Excel payment function to calculate the payment for a loan based on a constant payment and constant interest rate, not the fluctuating. For example, calculate the monthly payment if you take a loan of 2 lakhs with 5% interest and for 60 months. Take the principal, type the principal amount, interest rate and number of months in different cells. Click on the cell where you want the result. See here we want the result in this column, so this cell is highlighted here. And click on the insert function button. Okay. After that, insert function dialog box opens. From that, select the PMT function and click on it. So the rate box, to make it active, click on B12. See here dialog box comes. Function argument dialog box comes there to give the rate B2 cell. Here in B2 we have given the interest rate. So click on B2, type there. Otherwise select the B2 cell. That address will come here. Same for the yeah. Then interest rate by number of periods per year, so that it should be divided by 12. For 1 month, how much it is, that it will calculate. Click on NPR box to make it active and click on cell with the number of periods or months, that is 60 months we have to give. Click on PV box to make it active. Click in the cell with the principal and click on OK. That is 2 lakhs. We here the amount we should specify. If you'll click on that, you'll get the amount displayed here. This much is your monthly installment for the loan. Okay, so why it is coming in the minus rupees minus 3774 is the installment amount, because this amount we have to pay. That's why it is coming in minus, coming with minus sign. Okay, now next function is that goal seek. Means suppose you have assumed that I cannot pay the amount whichever the formula has given, but I have fixed my amount, so accordingly interest rate I want. So number of periods may increase or see that is the different thing for calculation. So here what you have to do, if you need a loan for a new home, your goal might be to pay a specific monthly payment. You can use the goal seek feature to show how you can reach your goal by adjusting the loan, one of the loan terms such as interest rate or loan amount. Click the cell that contains the value you want to reach. Means this where you want to give the installment, where you want to show the result of installment. Click that cell, click on the data tab. Click in the data tab from the tabs on the ribbon. Click on the data tab. Click on what if analysis. See, what if analysis is shown here, and then type the value you want to reach. Type the value you want to reach, that is you want to reach up to 3000. Correct. You want to reach your goal, example B2. Click on OK, click on OK, and accept the change. So it will show you the change that 3000 it has shown you instead of 3700, which is not possible for you. For you possible is 3000. So it will do that, because here you have specified the value. Up to this you can do it. So accordingly it will show you the result. Now finding the square root. Suppose you want to find the square root of any function, then this function is available. For that, either you write the number in any particular cell or directly give the number in the function. For that you have to select any particular cell, type the equal to sign, then write the function sqrt. This is a function ready-madely available to find out the square root, and type the number in the bracket. So you will get the result, that is number 4. If you will press enter after giving this function, you will get the result of this. Square root of 16 is 4. Okay, the result it is displayed here. Adding conditional sum means on some condition we want to do sum total, that is conditional sum. How to do that? You can use conditional sum to identify the sum of particular numbers in the field. For example, we use SUMIF function. Create a list of values to sum conditionally. Total price of laptop computers. Here we are going to calculate the laptop computers total. Okay, here we have the products and the prices. Correct. Laptops 1, 2, 3, 4 times, means 3, 4 times laptops have purchased or it is sold like this. So we want to calculate the total price of laptops here. So what we have to do? Click on the cell in which you want the result. Correct. Select that cell here. It is shown. Here we have selected the cell in front of laptop. This words means this type. We have kept our cell and we have clicked the cell. So this will get selected. Use the scroll bar and click. Yeah. Insert function button you have to go. Function tab you have to click. Then click on insert function tab. Function button, you will get the insert function dialog box open, and from that click on the downward arrow and select sum if opening and closing parenthesis function. Type the range of series you want to evaluate. Here you have to specify the range of series, where from which range to which range you want to do, and the condition, that is equal to laptop computers. This you have to mention, and then type the range of series to be summed if the condition is met. Means here you have to calculate the price. So that price range you have to specify here in the third row. and click on OK. You will get the amount of total for the laptop computers. You can calculate for scanner, desktop, laser printer and dot matrix. Okay, this is conditional one. Now we'll see cell references. Cell references means which cell we are referring, that what is that row and what is that column. That unique address of that cell is called cell reference. Every cell in a worksheet has a unique address called cell references, which is identified by a specific column letter and a row number and that cell. There are three types of cell references: relative, absolute and mixed. Relative reference. While copying the formulas, Excel modifies the cell references. Excel uses a technique called relative cell referencing. Means, suppose for one student we have done the total, that is B2 plus C2, and we want to copy this formula. So for the next student, it will on its own, it will take the new cell reference, that is for the second student, the cell reference is B3 plus C3. For the next student, it is B4 plus C4. Like this, it will adjust. That is relative reference. Okay. Type the formula, that is equal to B5 multiplied by C5. Here, see. Here prices are there and quantities are there. So total price means price multiplied by quantity, you will get total price. So B3, this is B column and the third row, and C column and the third row. Here we are multiplying B3 multiplied by C3, and this value we are getting it already. So we are just dragging it, and you will get the result of it. Okay. See, otherwise see here also, yeah. 25,000 multiplied by 5, 12,000, 1,25,000 amount you will get. And if you'll drag it over this, 40,000 multiplied by it, you will get value. 15,000 multiplied by 15, you will get this value. 5,000 multiplied by 50, you will get this value. Like this means the cell references are changing. Here B3 multiplied by C3, here B4 multiplied by C4, here B5 multiplied by C5. Understood? Like this it is changing. Now we will see what is absolute reference. While copying formulas, if Excel does not changing cell references and make it constant, at that time Excel uses absolute cell references. Okay, now here we are giving the cell reference is that 25,000 multiplied by 5. Means this 5 we are keeping it constant, absolute, and that only we are multiplying with everything. Means here, that's why the cell references is used like dollar, then column number, then dollar, then row number. Okay, so here the what we want to specify here, that this reference, second cell reference, which is going to remain constant. Okay, but whereas B5 it will become B6, B7, B8, B9. Okay, so whenever you will copy the formula, see here by doing this, it multiplied 25,000 multiplied by 5, you will get the result. Here what will happen, this 40,000 will get multiplied with 5 only, because it is constant. Correct? With this only we are multiplying and all we are getting the result. 50,000 multiplied by 5, you will get 75,000. Like this result you will get, that is absolute reference. This is absolute reference we have given here. That is $C, $5. Here the column is remaining constant. The cell address is remaining constant. Now, whereas we will see mixed references. A cell reference with only $1 sign before either the column or a row is called a mixed cell reference. It can be $5 or $C5. Okay. When it shows $C$5, the column reference changes when you copy this cell to another cell column, because it is relative. The reference does not change because it is absolute. When it shows $C5, the column reference does not change because it is absolute. The row reference changes when you copy this cell reference to another row because it is relative. Now here we'll see this. Type the formula. Suppose this formula we have typed $B5 multiplied by $5. Here in this example, we have used mixed cell references where column will remain constant in the first reference and row will remain constant in the second reference. Column will remain constant in the first reference, that is column is B. It will remain constant in the first reference, and whereas the row will change 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, correct? And here in the second this it will change to row. Okay, changing number formats. Now we will see changing number formats. Number formats are different formats for displaying numerical data. Now these numbers, whenever we are using different numbers, we can show in different format. That is with decimal, with dollar sign, with rupee sign and all that. So how to do that? Excel offers 12 different number styles to choose from. Now how to do that? Select the cell or a range of cells you want to format. Click on the format tab. Okay, there is a tab called format. Click down the arrow for number format. Okay, see it is shown here. You can see to this. Click on more number formats. If you don't see the category you want, you can for your cell range. You can see it. More number formats are available. Click on number tab. Click on any number category. Okay, number tab you have to click and any number category you can select. Use the control that Excel displays to customize the number format. Click on OK. See here number format we have chosen currency and we have given currency here, rupees sign here, it is shown. Correct? Like this. Description of number formats. So those many number formats it is shown here. General. The default category, no specific formatting is applied. That is general numbers. Numbers. General number displays with two default decimal points. Currency adds rupee sign and decimal to display monetary values. Accounting lines up currency symbols and decimal points in a column. Date used to display date values in the date format. If you will change the number format to date, it will show date in the date format, the number also. Time used to display time values. Percentage multiple sales value by 100 and displays percent sign. Okay, fraction displays value as a specified fraction. Whatever is the number in the cell, but if you will change the format to display that number, it will do according to the choice selected. Scientific uses scientific or exponential notation. Text treat as value as text. So if you have given text and the number you have given, it will get left aligned. Spatial works with list and database values. Custom enables you to create your own custom format. These are the description of different number formats available. Now here increasing or decreasing decimal. This you can do whenever you are selecting the number format. You can control the number of decimal that appears with numeric data using the increase decimal or decrease decimal buttons available. Select the cell or range of cells you want to format. Click on the following decimal formats. See, click on the increase decimal icon to increase the number of decimals. Here you can increase, here you can decrease. So accordingly you select and click on the specified decimal points. Wherever you want to increase, you can increase. Wherever you want to decrease, you can decrease it. With this, we have come to an end of this chapter. Here we have seen lot many things about formulas and functions. We have seen the cell references also. That is relative reference, absolute reference and the mixed reference. We have seen how to change the number format also, how to give the currency sign in that also. So like this, you have come to know how to edit your worksheet, how to give the data properly, how to manipulate the data, how to calculate different functions and formulas in the Excel sheet. Now in the next chapter, we are going to learn many more things about Excel. By then, I'm stopping it here. By then, you take care, all of you. Be safe. Thank you.